today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Playmates Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're looking at Dogpound, Shredder's top dog. For ages 4 and up. It comes from it comes from Playmates, but it also says Spin Master there. So I guess maybe Spin Master is a subsidiary to Playmates. Waited for the longest time actually for these to show up local in retail. That usually is on par with what we get in Canada. Sometimes Canada, we have to kind of wait a little longer before stuff shows up. Kind of sucks. Yeah, I know it kind of sucks a lot. UK, you guys kind of are in the same boat as us. Sometimes you guys even wait longer. It's totally unfair. I totally agree with you guys. On the side, insert spikes and tail. So he comes with not only what you see in this package, but he comes with some other accessories that we will explain later. On the back, you can collect them all. The heroes consist of Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, Splinter, April O'Neil, and Metalhead. Of the villains, we've got Dogpound, Fishface, Shredder, Foot Soldier, and Krang. As for the read-up on Dogpound, you can actually cut this out too. It's irregularly shaped, and you will eventually, if you cut it out, you will lose Dogpound's hand and elbow. But if you want to cut this out and keep it in your files, you can do that. You can do that if you want. Weapons are his canine claws and teeth, mutant spikes, and team, he's part of the Foot Clan. It says, 1 part man, 1 part mutt. Dogpound is all evil. Mutated from martial arts master Chris Bradford, this razor-backed brawler's been reborn with bite and fight that'll rival any teen turtle he faces. Fiercely loyal to the Foot Clan, Dogpound's off his leash and off his rocker, and ready to tear into anyone foolish enough to face him. That's a pretty good read-up. Pretty good read-up. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to actually get this opened up. When we come back, a better look at Dogpound. Don't go anywhere. More on the way. Stay tuned. Upon opening up Dogpound, you have the figure as well as a couple of other pieces. I took the liberty of not putting the pieces on so we could do it together. That sounded like a good idea. I thought it sounded like a good idea, so that's why I did it. You take the figure and you flip it around. You'll see there's a big open area and a big place to put your money if you wanted to use them as a bank. I don't think you'd hold much more than 50 cents, but you can take the back piece here with his spikes. There's a little slot there. Obviously that will fit into the groove. Put a little bit of pressure, snaps into place. You heard the click, and now it's there. So that is all good. The other accessory that comes with Dogpound is his tail. Little peg hole, peg. You know the drill. It's going to peg into place, and now you got Dogpound fully put together. Unfortunately, putting the accessories on Dogpound, I would say makes him a little back heavy, but he seems to actually hold up pretty good on a display without falling over. It may be just due to the fact that the way the tail is positioned, maybe the fact that his arms are heavy, the back is heavy, they kind of just balance each other out. Now, one thing you probably will notice is he is relatively small. On a scale level, here he is, there's Dogpound, and we're actually going to bring in the smallest member. We got Michelangelo. Now, Dogpound is a lot bigger than Michelangelo. It's a good size comparison, but I think Dogpound should even be just a little bit higher, probably about there. Instead, he has stumpy short legs in the show, but he could have been a little higher as well, maybe. But at least he's bigger than Michelangelo. It's not too, it's not where they're exactly the same size. That would be just absolutely ridiculous. But at least there's a size comparison, a size difference. He could just be a little taller, though. Move Michelangelo out of the way. I like Dogpound. but I feel like he could have been better. Now we're going to zoom into his face. There is his face. Detail-wise, it's not bad. It's not bad. There are some parts to it where I feel like it's missing the ball. It's dropped perhaps the ball. For starters, you can see that he's got this strapping that's been sculpted into his chest. It goes all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, none of which is painted. None of which. In fact, you can even see where the paint, because it's just due to the plastic, you can see where it goes from brown to white, all the way around, and then back to this tan color, or this light brown color. Unfortunately, they made no attempts to paint it. The figure is nice, but feels unfinished. Now, I like the aspects of things like his spikes, the spikes on his back there, and his tail. But again, all feel like they could have been better, and they're just missing extra paint. I like, too, that he feels heavy. There's a fair bit of weight to him. A lot of his weight resides in his arms. One arm a lot bigger than the other. Obviously, this arm is a lot heavier than the other two. Now, you can see that there are areas where you can see where the pegs for the joints have been assembled. At least they're the same color as the figure, so they're not going to stand out too much. I like the detail in the spikes. I like the fact that there are spikes on him. I mean, he's a substantial toy. He feels stumpy. But he's got a fair bit of weight to him, which I like also. Now, in the way of his articulation, Dogpound's head rotates left and right, all the way around if you wanted to, but that would kill the dog. Don't kid yourself, mutant or otherwise, that would kill the poor animal. His arms, as you can see, are on hinge, pin and socket hinges, so the arms rotate out. They also do allow the toy to rotate all the way around. He has a rotation in the forearm, He has a rotation in the waist, and then his legs share the same peg as the arms, so they go out, forward and back. Unfortunately, you can see too, his paws are completely hollow. But that's it. There is no other articulation in the feet or anything like that. He could have maybe used some foot articulation, but at least his legs go forward and out and there's something going on. Some knees would have been nice too, but I don't know if that would have made this figure looser, because these knees would have gotten loose and maybe the figure would have toppled over. I'm not necessarily a fan of the new cartoon. I've seen some episodes here and there. I like the design of some of the new mutants that are in the show. It's not a Bebop and Rocksteady, I know, but you know, Dogpound is a fair enough replacement. Him and Fishface, interesting enough mutants, and you know, he kind of, to me, you know, he is kind of, you know, the Taka Raza from the movie. At least we kind of got a very similar character. Could have been a little bit bigger, but overall he's not bad. And if I can compare him to like the Krang or April O'Neil or some of the non-turtle figures, because we know a lot of the work and effort was put into the turtles. This guy, at least they made efforts. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and paint-wise he could have been a lot better, but he's not a bad toy. And I feel, for the weight of him and how substantial he is, I don't feel like he was not worth the money. He just could have been a little bit better. I'm going to give the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm going to give Dogpound here a 7. He could have been better, but really he could have been a lot worse too. I think he's a really good addition to your turtle lineup. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the new Nickelodeon cartoon, and we were looking today at the villain known as Dogpound. Certainly stick around, guys. There are more Toy Spots heading your way, and I'll see you guys next time.